Hope you guys are having a great day. The plan for today's video is let's knock some things off the to-do list. It is Wednesday afternoon when I'm filming this. Had a busy morning, farm store is open, produce has been harvested, emails been sent dealing with business stuff, steers scheduled for processing, and just a little bit of odds and ends stuff kind of happening all over the place. First thing I need to do this afternoon is I need to check number 75 and see if she is calved yet. As of this morning, she still hadn't. If you missed the short that I posted on Monday, I thought she was probably going to calve within the next 24 hours, and as of this morning, she was still holding that thing in. So we're going to find her first and then head back to the ranch and do a few other projects. I need to brush Ethel. She is shedding so badly, and trying to get the duck pond cleaned out. So back by the chicken house and the goat pen, I'm scanning and looking for 75 while I'm out here. Back by the chicken house there is a pond, but the soil here is super sandy, and so we put a liner in it, a waterproof, it's a tarp essentially, and it needs to be replaced, something that happens every single year, and so we had to pump it out. Well, we pumped it out like 3 times because it keeps raining, which is great, and I'm not complaining, but we always use a bubbler in it to keep some water moving and to keep it from getting super gross, which it gets gross anyhow because the ducks and the geese poop in it a lot, but it needs cleaned out. And I tried to pull the bubbler out, and the tubing snapped off of it, and the actual bubbler, like aerator thing, is down in the muck. So if that's pumped out enough, I'm going bubbler fishing, which will be not super much fun, but it needs to be done. So that's kind of a few of the odds and ends things that I have on the list, and we can check in with Kari and with Jeff and see what they're up to this afternoon as well. Here's number 6. She also needs to calve. Not right now. Hey, here's 75. Excuse me, ma'am, what did you do to your face? Did you find some mud? Must have. Look at that bag. All right, well, she's goopy, she's swollen, she's got a bag. Thought we'd have a baby, but we sure don't. While we're out here, let's go find Bambi and her calf and just see how they're doing. Oh, and something else that's exciting is that the bees are back. So every year we have a local beekeeper that brings out hives, and they get placed around the ranch, and then they do hives all over Campbell County and probably other places too, but we always have boxes here on the ranch, and they're back for the summer, and then we sell honey in the farm store and on the website from that beekeeper. So some of the honey is produced right here on the ranch. It does get all gathered and collected and mixed together, but some of the honey is from the ranch, and that's super excited. It is raw honey, it is clover and alfalfa, if we have clover, but it's always like alfalfa primarily. I found Bambi. You guys want to see Bambi? How you doing, Bambi? Her calf is back there. Her calf does not have a tag, and not that Bambi is problematic, because she's not, but her little calf he's a runner, he's a track star. Every time I tried to tag him, he if I got within like earshot, if he heard me coming on the gator, he got up and ran away. So I never caught him snoozing. So he'll get tagged at branding time, which is fine. There you go. Okay, there's some treats. Ugh. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's go look at your baby. He's a handsome little dude, see? Yeah, on the move. Always. Always on the move. And here's the bees. It's always nice to have the bees come back. And the cows don't mess with them. Like, it's fine. They're fine being out here. We've never had any issues, so. The other cow that I have to calve is 45, and she is not anywhere close, but since we're out here, we'll go find her, take a look at her. She is also a red cow, and I believe, according to ultrasound, I can check. I believe she was the last one that was on there. Yep, she is the last one. So that is being confirmed that she is probably going to be the last one. So let's go look for 45 and take a look at her. There's some cute babies. 23 is Moon Pie. Grace named her. Oh man, I am getting lucky today. Here's 45. See, she has no bag yet. She does look to be bred. And actually her bag is slightly bigger than it was the other day when I looked at her. But yeah, we got some time before she calves. She'll probably calve down on summer pasture. Really good, just hanging out, enjoying the sunshine, eating some green grass. I think they're having a good time. The first pasture to summer pasture, the gate actually got opened up today. They're not anywhere close to it, it's up in a far corner, but they now can start moving down to summer pasture, and I will work them through depending on haying and bulls, and I've got to separate and you know, all the things that are coming up here shortly, but they get to go down, move down to the first pasture. Jeff, Kari, and I have been working on getting summer water up and going over the last few days, and today it is up and going, working. I have water to the gardens and to the high tunnels, which is great. I can switch off of my winter water system, and now the cows can have water down on the first pasture. So there is no water in the reservoirs in the first pasture that they moved to, unfortunately. There is some water further down. I haven't been down there in a few weeks because it was so muddy last week and I didn't want to go tear up the road or the ground or anything. So hopefully in the next day or so I can check like our far summer pastures. But the first one that they go into, they are going to just have to use the water well, the tank, and that's fine. That's why they're there. Obviously it would be great if we had reservoir water, but that is just not the case. So we're gonna head back over to the shop and to the barn, and I'm gonna brush Ethel. She is in desperate need of a brushing, and if Gus will let me brush him, we'll brush him too. I am back at the shop and I hear Jeff in the tractor, so we will check in and see what he's got going on for the rest of the afternoon. All right, Jeff, the people want to know what you're up to this afternoon.
Well, today, right now I'm going to charge the dump trailer so I can dump it later. And I'm going to go down and pick up some scrap metal that we're going to sell and make some money.
We are on a cleanup mission this year. That is a big part of one of my goals. When all the methane wells were plugged by the state, there was a ton of stuff that was left to landowner. And so we're getting that all cleaned up and just odds and ends. A water tank that was taken out last year, a few other things that are just not useful anymore, and it needs to go. So we have a bin out by the hay yard for the local steel recycling company, and we're gonna fill that up over the next month or so, get some stuff cleaned up, get that hauled off. I'm guessing they're gonna have to bring more than one bin. So I'm excited for cleanup. That makes me extremely happy to be cleaning stuff up and getting everything like consolidated, like fencing stuff and T-post and like I kind of have a system and storage and all that, but getting everything cleaned up and in one location so everybody knows where stuff is at is a goal for this summer. I'm in the farm store right now. I just got done helping a couple customers and I can hear what Kari is working on, so we'll go check in with her and say hello. Kari, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good.
What are you doing?
Just got done with farm store. Farm store's open Wednesday through Saturday now. And we just had a couple customers come. I'm sure you saw them.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing this around front, so I can watch for Harvest Host and Farm Store.
Yeah, it is tourism season and we're up and going.
Yeah, it's been kind of busy. It's been a nice change. Wintertime gets a little slow sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. So hey, thanks for saying hi. Our afternoons around here get a bit chaotic this time of the year because we are up and going with Harvest Host. So like last night I had 4 RVs on site in the campground across the road. Tonight there's only one. I think they messaged that they're slated to arrive here. Oh, they should probably be here anytime now. So yeah, Kari's just kind of hanging out, keeping an eye on farm store, weed whacking. We don't sit in the farm store, we try and multitask, but we do try and always have somebody on site, that's paying attention. And between the 3 of us, we just kind of bounce back and forth and say, I'll keep an eye on farm store, keep an eye on Harvest Host. So teamwork is making all the things happen around here. All right, so on my to-do list, that's been on my list for quite some time, is to brush Ethel. Hi, Gus. It's good to see you. Here's the bottle babies. And you can probably hear the lambs. They're not starving. I swear, it's just when we walk by them, they make a bunch of noise. These guys are not starving either. See, they have hay, and down in that pink bucket, they have creep. It's not bottle time, guys. It's not. This might be pure chaos. All of the multi-species animals are, they're dry lotted right now because I want their grass to grow so that they have grass for the summer. So they're all in here. Hi, guys. Hi. These guys are Dorper lambs, and they're from last year, and they shed. So you don't have to shear them, which is great. But you can see how they're shedding out. Hi, honey. Hi. And the emus are, their usual super helpful stuff. So let's see if we can get Ethel to stand still. Can put a collar on her. Hey, stop it. You don't need the curry. So I can put a halter on her if I have to, but I would prefer not. Forrest is chasing Jenny. Can you guys calm down? All right, Ethel actually ran into the barn and came into a stall. So I've got a few different brush options for Ethel. We got a rubber one, this one, and this one. She is shedding like crazy. So let's try and get some of the hair off of her and make her a bit more comfortable. Hi, baby. Oof. Oh my goodness. Has Gus been biting you? I think he has. Oh my goodness, it's so long. Look at that. We can make a mini Ethel. Hopefully there's a mini Ethel cooking. This one works great. All right, let's try this one. Oh, this one works good too. Can you see all of the hair coming up? We'll try the rubber one. I don't think it'll take much off, but it will probably feel really good. Oh, it still moves some hair. I could probably do this all day. Ethel and Gus just got their toes done the other day. Her feet are doing much better. Consistent, regular hoof trimming has been really beneficial for her, and her feet are looking really good. Another benefit to dry lodding is just keeping her nice and sound right now while the grass is super green. And when they do start going back out, it will be for limited time, probably just a few hours a day, just because I do want to keep her nice and sound, and she has had some hoof problems, and lush green grass can make hoof problems worse than they already are. So she's in a really good spot right now with her feet, and I want to keep her that way. Oh my goodness. Your legs are bad. I did see Gus breed her early August of last year. So donkeys go like 10 to 14 months. Not expecting a full, anytime soon, but we're getting closer. So nutrition and stuff is important, and I just want to keep her feet nice and good as she looks real wide, so wider than she did the last time. All right, so I'm gonna definitely stick with this, and I'm gonna try and spin her around. Can I get this side? Oh my goodness. Does it feel good? She says, I don't know. Nothing feels good. All right, Ethel, show us that belly. You look great, Ethel. This is the Ethel hair. There's just a little bit. What do you guys want? Oh, good. Everyone's here. Alpacas are on the to-do list to shear them as well. That is not happening today. It rained this morning. I'm guessing they're maybe a little wet because it's been spitting rain off and on all day. That's a problem for this week, but not today. Yeah, go outside, guys. Can you go outside? All right, I gotta clean up my tools. I'm gonna go check the duck pond and see how that project is going, but our harvest host is here. Kari's obviously gonna take care of them. They are our one guest for the night in the RV park, but we are getting booked up, and I think July 10th, nope, 11th, I have a group of 7 that is all traveling together, and I can fit 7, but that's gonna be a trip to try and get them all. They're all coming at the same time too, so we're gonna have to strategize. But let's check the duck pond and see if I can find this bubbler aerator thing. If you're ever wondering what a lined duck pond looks like in the springtime after a winter of not being pumped out and cleaned, looks like this is what it looks like. So it's to the point where the pump has shut off. We are just down to the sludge. Some ducks were kind enough to lay some eggs in there. That's really cool. So somewhere in that murk is my aerator. The hose for it's up there. I'm gonna go change my shoes. As much as I am a tennis shoe girl, like we talked about in the last video, today, that project, that is not the appropriate footwear. So I am gonna go change my shoes. I'm gonna grab a shovel and we'll see if we can find this aerator. I got boots. I've got this shovel that has a bunch of holes in it. Works great for stock tanks in the summertime when they grow algae and stuff to kind of clean them out, or whatever else you need to get out of a stock tank or any like thing of water. 10 out of 10 would recommend this shovel. It's been real handy having it sometimes. I'm gonna try and go down there and not fall. Hopefully I don't get real dirty, but I'm expecting that this is gonna be real gross. I mean, I guess there's just like no way to do this, but just to get in it. Oh, it's so deep. And it doesn't smell good, like at all. So I have no idea where the bubbler's at. Maybe am I standing on it? Nope. Oh, here's something. Probably a rock. Lincoln likes to throw rocks in here. It's very helpful. I don't know if I moved it when I did pull on it, like it may have moved some. It's always kind of in this area. I don't want to buy a new one though. I'd like to recover this one. Oh, it splashed me. Maybe it's over here. It'd be real helpful if the hose was still on it. Oh, it smells so bad. So there's no way that I can get all of this out. Like I can't just pull the tarp. It's too heavy. It's still obviously way too wet. So I most likely will end up bringing, oh, did I find it? Maybe. Probably bring the bobcat over and like just gonna have to shovel some of it out, put it in the compost pile and just get some of the weight off. I found it. Yes. Well, I think. Yeah, I found it. I don't want to touch it. I'm going to rinse it a little bit. Oh my God. I found it. All right, mission complete. Well, that actually went much better than expected. I only got like splashed just a little tiny bit. I didn't fall in. I found it. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try and clean it up, and I'll see what happens and see if it works. Get this all cleaned up at some point. We got more rain coming next week, which is awesome. And the reason we keep having to like pump it is because it keeps raining, which is great. But we're hopefully gonna try and shoot the gap in between this rain and get this cleaned up. New tarp should be here in a couple days. Get it filled back up, and the ducks will be super happy. But I'm glad I got that done. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while I just knocked a couple of small little things off the to-do list. As you can see, things are pretty busy here in the afternoons. Well, they're busy all day, but afternoons, like I said, get real chaotic with the harvest host and farm store and all the things. And I'm super thankful to Jeff and Kari for their great attitudes and the divide and conquer mentality, and we're just getting stuff done. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.